Well, good morning, family. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day because Grammy's having a wonderful, blessed day. Today, I am so honored to be part of a collaboration with Greg's Kitchen and so many other wonderful channels. I cannot remember all of the names that are there because this is a big collab. There's a channel for every day of the month. I'm going to leave all of their names down in the description, and they are going to roll right here, right now. Okay. Check those channels out because it's a lot of great casseroles. Today, I'm going to title myself the Queen of Cooking What's in the Pantry. So, I went back and forth about what I was going to cook, and I thought, well, I need to run out to the store to do this. I need to run out to the store to do that. Then I thought, no, I'm just going to make a breakfast casserole. We're going to have it for supper, and you're going to need a pound of pork, a can of stewed tomatoes, diced stewed tomatoes. You can change this out for rotel, medium or hot. That will make it delicious. A can of cream of mushroom soup. I don't care for mushrooms, but I'll eat cream of mushroom soup. 2 potatoes, 1 medium onion. You're gonna need about 6 eggs, and normally you would do it with 1 of the large can of biscuits. But we are going to make it with low-carb tortilla shells. Just to kind of cut those calories down and those carbs down. We're going to have carbs in here. I'm not calling it low-carb. But we are going to cut the carbs down by using the tortilla shells. So I'm going to put you down here. And we're going to chop up this potato and this onion. And we're going to get it cooking, frying away with our 1 pound of pork sausage. It's going to be good. So let's put you down here and y'all enjoy some music while I'm chopping. Those chopped, the onions chopped. I've got a little bit of oil going on in my pan over here. I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit because I'm trying to make sure that my potatoes and my onions don't stick. We're going to go ahead and add these onions. And these potatoes. And these potatoes have been washed and rinsed. So they're ready to go. And I'm just going to use my knife to kind of stir them around. Okay, now I'll be right back. Let me grab my pound of sausage. I'm just going to slice this open. You can use turkey sausage. You can use spicy sausage. You can add as much spice to this as you want. I'm just going to kind of rough chop it. And then as I put it in there, I'm just going to kind of break it up into chunks. And this pork sausage will help make us a little oil too for our potatoes. Everything's just going to kind of fry it together. Now, for our egg mixture, because it is going to go in the oven, it's going to have eggs poured over it, you're going to need about 1/2 cup of sour cream, 6 eggs, and we're probably going to use a cup of cheese. And you can use whatever cheese you want. I think I have a Colby Jack mix. That's my favorite, and that's what I usually keep on hand. So we're going to get this a-cooking. You kind of want the meat to be kind of hunky, but you also want it to be where you can get a bite in every fork in your mouth. It's going to be really good. I'm going to move you guys over closer to the stove now where you can see what we're doing. We're going to keep our cream of mushroom and our tomatoes over here because we will be adding them shortly. I think that's good. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. The other day when I put the video up of the smoothie, I believe I was making the smoothie, I had to pull the video down. Now, you know Grammy is always honest with you people, but Tilly has been the hardest dog to housebreak. But now she is completely puppy pad trained, and the only place that she will use it is right over by the dining room table. That's where she loves to go. I can put a pad down when she's used it. I can put it up. It doesn't soil my carpets. I'm not having to mop the floor constantly like I was, having to keep mop water made up. I still keep mop water made up just because I like to mop my floors every day. But I don't have to keep it up for training. Well, unbeknownst to me, she had decided to go over there and leave Grammy a surprise. And whenever I was editing, I didn't catch it. And when I put it up and was rewatching it after it had went live, I said, oh my goodness. There was a couple Tootsie Rolls on the pad, and it was horrifying to me. And I thought, that's not very appetizing for a food video or for any kind of video whatsoever. So I had to take it down, edit it out of it. And so that's what happened. But Tilly's goes outside now. She just really I don't know, she's baby-fied. She hears me calling her name. Tilly's a little bit of my baby, and to be honest with you, she's so little and tiny. I worry about her being outside with predators, because a few years ago we had a hawk. We had some stray kittens born under the shed, and a hawk carried off one of our kittens, and it came back a couple days later for another one, and Megan just happened to be out there, and she was probably about 10 at the time, and she literally got in a fight with a hawk. Literally. And so we were in the front yard trimming bushes, and we heard her scream, and she happened to have a mop in her hand. She was performing for the cats. She was going to get on to me for saying this, but anyway, we heard her squeal, and we seen the hawk. She actually swatted the hawk with the broom. He kind of went down, and then he got up and flew away. He left without a kitten that day. So since I seen that, it kind of worries me, because she only weighs maybe about 6 pounds. And so it worries me that it's possible. And you can see the puppy pads are over there, and we change them daily. We put 2, and she's pretty good about getting on them. So I have her puppy pad trained, and she's about 8 months old. So every other dog I had trained by the time that they were 8 weeks, 12 weeks. But she's a little bit of a hardhead. But she's a sweet dog. She is the most lovingest dog that I ever have had in my life. She loves hugs, and when she wants sugar, she comes and gets sugars, and you have to give her sugars or she will throw a fit. So anyway, I could pull them up, but if she has to go to the bathroom, you know, so I'll just kind of stand here. Well, how y'all doing? Hope y'all doing fine, because there ain't nothing over there. We all have our things in our home that we have to deal with. You know, some mamas have kids coloring on the wall, planting the flower, whatever's going on here. So we're just going to fry this all up till it's done. Once these potatoes are fork tender, we're going to come back and add our can of cream of mushroom and our can of tomatoes. And like I said, if you want to make this delicious, you throw a can of Rotel in there. Make it spicy. Make it spicy. For some reason, my camera's having problems with light today. So we're going to have to keep you up there. And then whenever this gets done, I'm going to keep working on this. And when it gets done, I'll come back and we're going to add the cream of mushroom and the can of diced tomatoes. And like I said, if you want to make it delicious, add a can of Rotel dip. Make it spicy. It'll take a few minutes, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm having some problems with the lighting in here today. If you don't have enough light in the kitchen, you would think I would with 4 windows and a full sun coming in the back. But I'm going in and out today, so I just apologize for that. But it's about time to add these tomatoes and this cream of mushroom. So let's go ahead and let me get you down again to where you can see the skillet. Yeah. And I was going to say, I left the skin on the potatoes. If you don't like that skin on the potatoes, you are welcome to take it off. But we love the skin left on here in our house. And it just makes things simpler. My grandmother would have never left the skin on. I said that the other day when I was making the corned beef and potatoes. But it's just delicious. I just love it. So we're going to go ahead and add this whole can of crushed tomatoes. Crushed diced tomatoes. Let's go ahead and kind of stir that in there a little bit. And that's just going to add some deliciousness to this dish. I mean, come on. You can also add salsa if you have salsa. Y'all know how I is about salsa. I love salsa and everything. So we're going to add this can of cream of mushroom. You can use any kind of cream of soup you want. You can do cream of chicken, cream of celery. You're just going to need that. This is going to kind of act like the gravy that's in the breakfast casserole. And we're just going to kind of stir that around. Don't that look delicious? That's going to be our concoction. I'm throwing some up underneath the skillet. I got it on my beautiful apron. Trying to get all that good stuff off the bottom. Now we're just going to kind of let that kind of cook on low for just a few minutes to kind of let it all kind of congeal together. And when that's working to come together a little bit more, I'm going to change the camera angle and we're going to go over and we're going to work on the egg mixture. So I'll be right back. Okay, we on this side of the kitchen. There's that mop bucket. I don't have to keep maid anymore, but I was raised by an OCD mom, and my kitchens are mopped twice a day. I mop them in the morning, and I mop them in the night before I go to bed, and I just can't help it. I have to keep mop water up. And so I could keep it in my shower, in my bathroom, but it's just hard to get to. So just keep it there, and we ain't seeing it. When company comes over, that's what I do. I put it in the we have a bathroom that's back there, and it has a shower that we don't really even use. And so I put it in there so you guys don't see that. Okay, so what we're going to need is I have some of these carb counter tortillas. And these are my favorite. Miss Lori did a recipe a couple weeks ago where she had the little tiny ones, and I've had those too. And they are just so delicious. These are just so fluffy to be low carb, and they're only 45 calories per tortilla. Then I have some Colby Jack mix. We're going to use about a cup of it. Maybe more because I'm a cheese eater. And we're going to do 6 eggs, and we're going to put about a tablespoon of sour cream to these eggs, because to me the sour cream just makes for a nice fluffy egg if you're trying to get it to fluff up. So sour cream is kind of like the secret. And so we're going to start over here, and then we'll go get that concoction after it's had just a little bit of time to gel together. So I'm going to put you guys down so you guys can watch me mix up my eggs. I just want to tell you, I haven't told you guys this today that I love you, but I do love you. I do love you. I love you bunches. So let's put you down here. I love you. So let's bust up 6 eggs. I've still been getting a pretty good bit of eggs from my girls. Let me grab me just a small bowl up here to put some trash in. And they're starting to slow down. I think we're getting ready to lose all of our feathers and get things going around. But we're going to get these eggs busted up in here. They're everybody kept telling me through the winter, you're not going to get but a couple of eggs with 9 hens. And I was like, well, that'll be fine. Because they're really just are a hobby for us. We just really love having them. They're our babies. And so let me pull that back so you guys can see what I'm doing. But anyway, we average 6 to 7 eggs every day through the winter. And I've been able to bless people with those. So I'm using a whisk because I really want to get some air in them. So see, really pretty eggs. Now we're going to take the sour cream and we're going to add about a tablespoon. And I'm just going to take a tablespoon like this and put a heaping tablespoon in. I'll set that over to the side. And we're just going to beat that sour cream in there. And that's just going to add some creaminess to these eggs. Okay. And you'll get that little pocket of sour cream when you're eating this, and it just is so good. It's just so delicious. I mean, come on. Sour cream, come on, people. It's good. And I have this beautiful casserole dish right here. Let's move down here so you can see everything. And we're going to spray it. Now, if you were making this normal, this is where you would add some canned biscuits. You would square them up and put them down here. Put them all in here and then pour the meat mixture and the egg mixture over. But since we're doing tortilla shells, we're going to layer it like a lasagna. So, we're just going to kind of lay them in there like this. And it doesn't have to be real bready. You just kind of want to get those little layers in between there. So we'll half one and we'll kind of pull those up on that side and then kind of do one there. So it's 3 on the first layer. And so that's going to be the last thing that we do is pour that egg over there. So let me go get the meat. So this is kind of a casserole and I'm turning it into something kind of different because I'm just taking something that I've made before and making it delicious. Come on. Here's the meat mixture. See how it's all kind of cooked together and it's got that beautiful look to it. So I need to go and get me a ladle or a big spoon, some kind of something, where I can ladle this over there, because I'm going to tell you, this is going to be delicious. And so we're going to kind of layer that in there. My husband's kind of looking forward to having this tonight, because I was telling him about it last night, what I was going to do, and he was like, that sounds absolutely delicious. So, we're going to do that. Now we're going to add, let's measure it this way, about a hand of cheese. A hand of a hand and a hand. Like I said, it's probably going to be about a cup of cheese to a cup of half of cheese when it's all said and done. Now let's go back to our tortilla shells. And believe this or not, I'm only going to be able to do 2 layers with this, which will be fine. Because these only come in packs of 8. And I forgot that we had breakfast out of them. So we only had 6 left. So we're going to go ahead and pour the rest of our meat mixture on there, which that's about all you can get into this pan. So it was 6 tortilla shells all together. So let's get all of that delicious meat there. Kind of pull that around, and it's just going, I'm telling you, this is just going to be good. Now, we got that on there. Let me put this in the sink out of the way. Now we're going to take these 6 eggs with this sour cream, and we're going to pour it all over it. And we're going to go into the oven at 350 for probably about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to pull it out, put cheese all over the top of it, and put it back in and cook it probably for another 10 minutes. First 20 minutes. So now we're going to add some cheese to the top. See those little pockets of sour cream? How delicious those are going to be. So get the cheese back out. Of course, there's Tilly. She's anxious for it to get done. And it is smelling so good in this house. And so you can see we have a little bit more egg that's not cooked underneath there. But it will get cooked in the next 10 to 15 minutes. But we're going to add another handful of cheese, maybe 2 handfuls of cheese on top of here. So like I said, cup to a cup and a half of cheese. Maybe 2 cups. Maybe a little bit more. Because I like my cheese. And girl, this is going to be, girls and boys, this is going to be delicious. So we're going to go back in the oven. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. We may need to do 15 minutes because I'm going to pull it back just to make sure that egg's done all the way down through there. But you can see this tortillas are getting crispy on the side. So you're going to have some that are soft that's in the middle and some of that's crisp on the side. And I'm just going to tell you, when you're making a casserole, you can throw, casseroles are kitchen sink. You can throw the things that you like in it. If I put something in here that you don't like, you can also do a little, let's put a little something on the top of that. While we're talking, we'll just change it up from the idea that I had from the beginning, from my recipe. Let's add little bacon bits on top of that. I got some real bacon bits. It's a breakfast casserole. Look at there. And you can throw some ham in here. You can do anything you want. I love casseroles because you can do whatever in the world you want. Whatever you've got. Casseroles are the best thing that you can do when you're trying to feed a large number of people unexpectedly, or maybe you expected it, but maybe your money's not that great, so you have to kind of take what's in the cabinet. So we're going to throw this in the refrigerator. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and finish cooking it. No, I'm going to put it in the oven. Like I said, I'm going to set the timer for 10 more minutes. I think we'll be done. And I will be back when the timer goes off. We're going to pull it out and we're going to taste this. I'll be right back. Hey family, you can see it has come out and I want to show you it is bubbling right there. I'm hoping you can see. It is hotter than a firecracker. So I am not going to try this. And it was 20 minutes and then 10 more minutes. And this is what came out. And it looks good. I'm going to set a timer. We're going to let this sit here for 10 more minutes and cool. And we're going to come back and we are going to cut me a little wedge for lunch. We're going to try this. Then we're going to put the rest of it back for supper. I'll be right back. Okay, family, we are going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and cut us a corner. And I want you to know, because we sprayed that with some olive spray or butter spray, whatever you got, it did not stick to the casserole dish. So we're going to just kind of see if we can get us a corner of this. Let me get me a plate up here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys look at that deliciousness. That is going to be so good. That is going to be so good, and it is still hot. It is still hot, but we're going to go ahead and eat it. This time I'd put a little sauce over that. So we got you up here where we can taste this deliciousness. I want you guys to look at all the layers that's in that. All the deliciousness, and it's all fully cooked. And it's kind of made a tomato gravy in there. And it is going to be, you can see the potato. Now, I didn't add any salt and pepper to this. Reason is because I'm trying to work on my blood pressure. So I figured the pork sausage had a lot of seasoning in it. But I'm going to sprinkle it with just a little bit of pepper. So we'll just sprinkle it with a little bit of pepper. I'm going to put some hot sauce in this. It's going to be good. Let me try to get a bite of everything. And then pray that I don't burn my lips off. So. That is so good. That is so good. That is so good. I'm going in for another bite. That is so good. In this one bite right here, you got potato, you got egg, you got tortilla shell, you got cheese. Y'all gotta try to make this. Like I said, make it your own or make it the grandma way. Look at that delicious crust that's on there. You will please somebody and tell them you love them if you make this dish for them. Anyway, don't forget to go check out the other channels that are in this collaboration. Know that I love you with all my heart. Praying for you. If you need prayer or you just want to chat to me, hit me at GrammyNene72@gmail.com. Send me a letter at GrammyNene, P.O. Box 575, Corning, Arkansas 72422. That'll be in the description too. And try to make this. And then let me know how it turned out for you. And like I said, you can make it even healthier. You can put turkey sausage in there. You can use a veggie sausage. You just make it your own. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.